What's up, YouTube? So in this video, I'm gonna be giving the game day report for our game against the Panthers today. Um, so unfortunately, Vince Beagle and I'm sorry, Brennan Scarlett, um, and Jamal Perry have been put on IR, so they're gonna be out for a little while. So we've brought up Vince Beagle, Javaris Davis, and Shedrick Redwine for the game. I kind of had a feeling we'd probably bring back Redwine just because, he is at least a safety that's had a little bit of playing time. So I kind of had a feeling that we'd probably bring him up. We did pick up Philip Lindsay off of waivers, which is interesting. I still think we should probably bring up Dokes just because he is an actual power back, which we don't really have on the active roster right now after Malcolm Brown went down. And I would just like to pair that with the, more elusive receiving backs that we have. But, whatever. But that's just me. We also picked up Winton McManus as well. So that's a thing to our practice squad. So, yeah, that's a thing. Let's go ahead and look at the injury report real quick. Yeah, Elijah Campbell is out. Adam Shaheen out. Brandon Jones questionable. Christian Wilkins is good to go. Good. Trill Williams is out. But this is why we had to bring up Redwine. Because we don't know if Brandon is going to play or not. And if not, I guess it would probably be Eric Rowe and Javon Holland playing safety, and then Redwine kind of being the backup there. I guess that would have to be what we do there. Let's take a look at them. John Miller, their guard, is out. That's a thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the depth charts real quick. Now, of course, some of this is probably going to change. So, looks like we're going to be going into the game with Gaskin, Lindsey, Laird, and Ahmed. See, my thing, though, is that these are all, elusive receiving backs. I would rather have Dokes, because all four of these guys kind of do similar things. I'd rather have Dokes as well, so we have a change of pace power back. That's just me. Yeah, Will Fuller, all the receivers are pretty much on IR, so we got Waddle, Albert Wilson, Matt Collins, Ford, and Preston. So that's a thing. Let's see. Yeah, Shaheen is out, so Carter's probably going to play. I have some thoughts about that. With Shaheen out, because he's our main blocking tight end, if that's going to be the case, I think this week would be a really good time to do what I've been saying and bringing in extra offensive line help and, making them eligible receivers so that we can have, a sixth offensive lineman out there. I'd be okay with them doing this with Robert Jones or Solomon Kinley. I think either one of them would be fine. But the Panthers have a pretty nasty defensive line, and I think this would really help a lot. Now, you obviously can't do that on every snap, but I think it's something we should implement. You can line them up as a tight end on the line, or like I said, Dallas has been, putting their backup guards at fullback, and I think that's really cool as well. Now, I will say Robert Jones and Solomon Kinley aren't nearly as athletic, so that might not work as well. So you might just want to put them on the line as tight ends. But either way, I think we do need the extra help. So whatever. Yeah, D-line is still pretty good. Hopefully, Wilkins is good to go. So Agba, Raekwon, Wilkins, Butler, John Jenkins. Oh, John Jenkins is active. That's cool. That might change. We'll see. There will be more inactives, but these are just the people who are able to play. Sometimes we make people inactive even though they're actually good to go. So that's the thing. it looks like they haven't put Vince Beagle onto the depth chart. Oh no, he's right here. He's a guy that can play inside and out, and on like the edge. So that's going to be kind of helpful. Aguavin can do the same. So really, it'll be Phillips and Van Ginkel, obviously, as the starters. We might see Darius Hodge play a little bit with Brennan Scarlett being out, because Brennan Scarlett does get some notable snaps for us, so we'll just kind of have to see there. Let's see. Now, one thing I will say, in the game last week, Nick Needham ended up having to go in there at safety. I'm not trying to do that at all. I just don't think he's fast enough to pull that off. I think he needs to stay at nickel. I think Eric Rowe at strong and Javon at free is probably going to be our best bet. And then just have like Redwine and Will Parks, maybe Clayton as our backup safeties. Because it doesn't look like Brandon Jones is going to be able to go. He's listed questionable here on the Dolphins injury report. They just have him as... No, he is questionable. Okay, so maybe he'll go. He has had limited participation all week. With the ankle and the elbow, I don't know. I kind of don't think he's going to go. I think I might rather just kind of rest him so we can have him the rest of the year. So we'll see. But anyway, let's get into the Panthers depth chart. So talking about their offense first, they definitely do have some things that can hurt you. Obviously, things all start with Christian McCaffrey. He's one of the best running backs in the NFL. We are going to have to keep him under wraps. Now, and obviously with Cam, you really got to worry about his legs, and he does still have a pretty decently strong arm as well. But I think if we play a similar game plan as we did against Baltimore, I think we can be okay. Really load up the box so they can't let Christian McCaffrey go too much on the ground, and really pressure Cam Newton into making some bad decisions and hopefully, get some hits on him. I think that would really, really help. So, we'll see there. Now, one thing that I am afraid of is Christian McCaffrey in the receiving game, because I don't really think we have anyone that matches up well with him at all. So we'll just kind of have to see there. DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson can both really hurt you on the outside. Brandon's okay. Shai Smith is a rookie. He's a pretty decent slot receiver. I made a video about him pre-draft. Terrence Marshall is a pretty good big-bodied guy, so he's pretty solid as well. Nothing really scary as far as our tight ends go. Offensive line is very, very beatable, honestly. I think we can definitely get some pressure against that. I'm not really too scared as far as that goes. But where things really get a little bit spooky is on this defensive line. I mean, they do run a 4-3 once again. They were running a 3-4 for a little bit there, but they are mostly running a 4-3 now. But they have Brian Burns, Derek Brown, Morgan Fox, Itcher Gross Matos. Like, they got guys, Daquan Jones. Like, this defensive line is pretty good. They're pretty good at getting pressure. Their front seven in general is pretty good. Hassan Reddick can definitely hurt you. Shaq Thompson, Jermaine Carter. Like, they do some multiple stuff as well. That's why they do have Hassan Reddick, because he is mostly a pass rusher. So yeah, they can absolutely hurt you. I forgot they had Davion Nixon. That's a thing, but he's out. So as far as their DBs go, they do have Stephon Gilmore. Oh, they got a bunch of guys that just aren't playing. Yeah, J.C. Horn is on IR, yeah. C.J. Henderson, A.J. Boyd, yeah. They got some corners, that's for sure. Not super scary as far as the safeties go. I think we can attack them. But the big thing is going to be trying to keep this front seven at bay. And like I said, I think this would be a great week to try to bring in an extra offensive lineman. Like I said, either at fullback or at tight end, just to have a sixth guy. I think this would be a great week to start doing that. Try to give Tua a little bit more time. Try to hopefully get some extra push on the offensive line for the running game. Because I think we're really, really going to need it to beat the Panthers. So, yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.